Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild.
Cufflinks fam, what's up? It's been a little while. Yeah, we've been busy with back to school. It has been hectic, it has been crazy, it has been interesting. But we decided that we had to give you a video before the weekends because we don't know we miss you, and you miss us too. So Bass is with the girls, so it's me alone. Yeah, rough no? But that's how it goes sometimes. Of course, you know, here on Stuff from the Cuffs, we bring you fire, fun, inspiration, keep it real, and we're educational. And today, we want to talk about preparing to lose your virginity or preparing for sex. Sound like the same thing. What do I really mean? Yeah. How is it different? So what I want to point out is that when people are thinking about sex, it's different from when you're thinking about losing your virginity.
To a go on in the world, you know, you better you go to your bed.
Yeah. So I remember when I was about to get married and I was about to lose my virginity. In the process leading up to that, all of the feedback that I got, all of the exercise routines. So after the engagement was announced, I got a lot of feedback and a lot of tips on how to prepare to lose my virginity. So a lot of people would have told me what to buy, what to use, how to ensure that I didn't end too quickly.
2 hours later.
How to ensure that I ensured that my wife was pleased. A lot of ensuring, yeah? And another part is that persons would have told me what to watch, what not to watch, what to wear, what not to wear, what to drink, not to drink, what to eat, what not to eat. No pun intended. But the point is, there was a big part of the pie. No pun intended.
Really?
But the point is, a whole lot of the focus was on losing your virginity versus preparing for sex. It was about being able to physically and sexually meet certain criteria.
Oh, no.
While not looking at what sex really entails. There was little discussion about foreplay. There was little discussion about emotional well-being. There was little discussion about spiritual repercussions. It was all about the physicality or the carnality or the animalistic behaviors that sex entails. It was about sexual positions. Which one works, which one doesn't, which one is male-oriented, which one is female-oriented, which one makes you go longer, which one makes you go shorter, which one is for quick moments, which one is for longer moments, which one is making love versus a quickie or having a quickie. It all came down to the whole sexual nature of sex, while not looking at the fact that sex is more than just physical. It's more than just sexual. How many people or how many of us are actually ready for sex before having sex?
It was at this moment that he knew.
How many of us are actually ready for what sex entails before having sex? Now, a lot of times we overlook the fact that sex is more than just intercourse. A lot of times we prepare for intercourse, but we don't prepare for what sex is before, during, and after. Yeah? So several persons would get ready for losing their virginity and having a physical encounter, but it's not the most pleasurable, it's not the most memorable, it's not something they want to talk about years down the road. It's something some persons regret. You see, because we've become so focused on the physicality of sex and not the overall entity that it is. Sex is mental, sex is physical, sex is emotional, sex is spiritual. In some cases, some would say it's financial. But that's not where I'm going. The point is, we need to be properly educated and prepared for the whole element, which is sex, and not just the intercourse. We spend time doing exercises. Yo, man, I'm telling you how much exercise I'm doing in the lead up, how much push up, how I want to ensure that I'm able to lift, how I want to ensure that I was a physical specimen, that she would look at me and be pleased, and look at me and be satisfied. Yes, so the push ups, the abs. My diet changed. Them tell me no more cheese chicks, no more bug juice, no more food that had artificial flavors. It was all about the steamed fish and the okra. It was all about eating the peanut, drinking the malt juice, drinking the strongback, drinking the Guinness, the stout. It was all about getting the Kama Sutra and being prepared and learning what works and what doesn't, how to make her tick. Yeah. It was all about those things. Persons would ask me how long I think I should be going for, how long, what is the standard? You know, you can't afford to end before you start. Yo, you know, so you must set X time. I'm gonna tell you the truth. There are people who've told me that you shouldn't be actively involved in the whole encounter because you don't want to lose yourself too quickly. So there are people who are out there, men in particular, and they're zoning out. They're thinking about football, they're thinking about basketball, they're thinking about baseball, and they're on the beach to ensure that they don't physically stop before really starting. I think less attention is put into actually preparing your mind in such a way where you understand what foreplay is and how it works and what you need to do. I think it's important for us to sit down and read and be educated, ask questions, and we have to be careful what we read too, because there are some things that are just glorifying certain things that it has nothing to do with education. It has to do with only fascination and satisfaction versus education. So a lot of times persons who are losing their virginities or losing their V card, so to speak, it's not a pleasurable experience because, yes, even in marriage, the onus is on the intercourse. The onus is on the physical side. The onus is on slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. How do you get off? How do I get off? As opposed to, how do I make this moment and every moment after it that is similar last again and again and again and be so interesting, be so exciting for both persons that we enjoy every part of it. How many of us go into sex thinking about the possibility that you may end up pregnant, or you may end up, when I say you may end up pregnant, is the couple, the possibility exists that a child can come into play. Contraceptives are not. How many of us think about what it means where there are so many expectations going into the whole act that a lot of persons finish the act and are sitting down regretting. A lot of persons sit down wondering if they did well. There's not much communication as well. Sex is to be enjoyed. It's something to be communicated. It's something to be explored, and it's something that evolves as a unit. But we just caught up with the physicality of it. Exercise routine, how much push up must do, how much abs must do, one for like it really got to a point where it just really, and I've heard of other couples too who it really just, they lose themselves in the moment in trying to prepare for the moment, that at the end of it, when they get in the moment, they don't really enjoy it. So it's time for us to start preparing to lose our virginity and for us to prepare for sex. Or it's time for us to just stop thinking about, for those of you who are entering marriage not virgins, it's time for us to not think about how we just actually do this and what we should be doing physically, and think about the whole process. Yeah, it's nice when you come in and you see all the flowers and the music, soft music playing, and the candles are lit, and the strawberries and the chocolate and the what's it not. But then after, if it's 5 minutes, if it's 30 minutes, if it's an hour, then what? How many people know what cuddling is and what it can do? How many people are just so caught up with turning off the lights and not seeing and not enjoying and exploring? How many of us as couples are just really just, it's just another routine, it's just something for the moment, it's just alright, time again. versus understanding the bond that sex creates, versus understanding the beauty of it. Many of us really sit and understand the mental and the emotional side, both for the men and for the women. Yes, it might be more for the woman, but if her mind is not in that place, or if his mind is not in that place, even though you get a physical response, you don't get emotional fulfillment. Again, are we just caught up with the physical fulfillment and not the emotional crescendos and highs? Yeah, we need to move past that. And I think it's for too long we've been just focused on preparing to have sex versus enjoying sex. Or it's enjoying sex and not enjoying the intimacy, the romance, and everything surrounding sex. How many of us actually enjoy our partners outside of the sex act? How many persons actually like the person before making love to the person? How many persons actually can have a conversation with the person, which makes it easier to communicate during the act? I think we need to look at all of these variables before just getting caught up or getting all excited about the physical action and not the overall thing. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Big ups. Thank you for watching. Enough love. Enough love. Enough love. Like, share, subscribe. See you soon.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the curves. If you had a bad day and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was.